Hello everyone, Brent Callen carrying the Travel Guy. Thanks for being with me for the October Travel Guy Minute. Oh, we've got lots to talk about today, but I'll keep it as brief as I can. The big news is 2019 catalog's coming out about the middle of the month, so be looking for yours. We've got over 15 new tours. So for those of you that said been there, done that, I hope we've got something for you. I'll bet we do, of some place that you've never been that you can sample with Allied. Some of one of my favorites, I'll go through just a few of them here. Costa Rica. If you've never been to Costa Rica, it's a beautiful country of natural beauty, waterfalls, volcanoes, rainforests, unique animals to see like the sloth. So many interesting things that have to do with nature that you won't see anywhere else in the world in Costa Rica. So join us for that. It's coming up in February, so it's coming up pretty quick. We've got a romantic Rhine River cruise that'll take you on the River of Kings from Zurich to Amsterdam, with all the wonderful little towns along the way like Basel, Cologne, Mannheim, Heidelberg, just so many unique and interesting towns along the Rhine River. We've got the Amtrak City of New Orleans. We're going to fly to Chicago, do a little bit of sightseeing, and then board Amtrak. You're overnight on the train in your private compartment, end up in New Orleans the next day. But we've got so many new neat things to see in the New Orleans area, like a wetlands environmental tour where you're going to see how to shuck an oyster. You're going to see how they build fishing boats, how they take care of the environment, how they repair fish nets, and so many neat things that have to do with the environment of South Louisiana. Plus a nightlife, culinary, and jazz tour where you're going to do a progressive dinner between 3 different venues and then end up in the jazz club, the Palm Court on Bourbon Street. So a great little trip to Amtrak City of New Orleans. We've got Georgia on my mind. I've wanted to do a trip where we fly to Georgia, so we're going to fly to Savannah. You're going to have more time in Savannah than we have on our previous tours, all day in the historic district. A Tybee Island environmental tour where you're going to walk the beach with an environmentalist. We're going to show you the animals and the little animals and everything has to do with the marine environment. So, and then you're going to end up in Atlanta. You're going to see Margaret Mitchell where she wrote her book Gone with the Wind. You're going to see a screening of Gone with the Wind, the movie. You're going to visit her grandparents' house, Tara. So many great things to see and do in Atlanta that we don't do on any other tour. So that's our Georgia on my mind. And finally, I'm going to be taking Route 66 in Illinois. So we're going to take all the Route 66 attractions from Chicago to Springfield. We're going to fly to Chicago, or no, I guess we're going to motor coach to Chicago, of course. See the beginning and end sign, have Del Rey's Chicken Basket, all kinds of fun attractions in Illinois on Route 66. Got some great travel tips for you on things to do before you leave your house for your trip. So take a look at that in the newsletter. We've got live travel shows in October that Dave and Susan are going to do, so check that out. And also our Christmas tour is coming up pretty quick if you haven't decided. And I want to, for those of you who live in Lincoln and Omaha, don't miss our Gerald Dickens Christmas. The great-great-grandson of Gerald Dickens performs a one-act play of the Christmas Carol that his great-great-grandfather performed. He wrote the screenplay for it, and he performs the exact same screenplay that Charles Dickens did just after he wrote the book. He would tour around and perform this screenplay. So don't miss out on that. He's not going to be here next year. So anyway, that's all for me. Lots to think about and talk about. Check it out in the newsletter, and I'll see you next month. Enjoy your October.